Hello everybody. Now, if you're not a big fan of bugs, then today's session will probably not be the one for you. I can guarantee though that there are some pretty cool bugs with an interesting and rich culture all to themselves. Not to mention that they're probably one of the more honourable castes of creepy crawlies you'll ever come across. That is of course if you're dealing with the original bunch and not the well, we'll get to that all in good time as we take a look at the Mantis Tribe from Hollow Knight. The Mantis Tribe consists of bugs resembling praying mantises who occupy an isolated village within the fungal wastes, which is ruled over by the Mantis Lords, initially a group of 4 mantises which became free after a schism in the tribe. Other than these lords, the mantises are made up of juvenile individuals with the ability to fly, to evade their enemies, and mature variants who are typically more formidable in combat. Predating the founding of Hallownest itself, the Mantis Tribe are a caste of bugs with a strong sense of honour, ferociously defending their home, but respecting and accepting any who best them in combat. Standing apart from the Pale King's rule, the Mantis Tribe maintains control over their own territory, a relatively small village deep within the fungal wastes, which borders upon Deepnest. In order to maintain their independence, without fear of an incursion from the forces of Hallownest, the leaders of the village, the Mantis Lords, agreed to protect the gateway to Deepnest, ensuring its marauding occupants would not spill into the Pale King's lands. The Mantis Tribe would accomplish this with great success, while fiercely guarding the rest of their borders from any potential threats, giving them the reputation of being a secluded hermit state of sorts. Interestingly enough, when the infection spread across Hallownest, the Mantis Tribe did not initially fall to it, like much of the kingdom did, and was rather able to purge it from their village. Unlike his sisters, however, who were tolerant of their truce with Hallownest and would desperately resist the infection's spread, the 4th Mantis Lord despised outsiders and seemed to believe that the mantises should use their strength to conquer other lands. To achieve his goals, the 4th Lord came to embrace the infection willingly. As a result though, he was exiled from Mantis society, along with all who followed him, becoming known as the Traitor Lord, his throne alongside the other Mantis Lords being toppled as a symbol of his betrayal. The Mantis traitors would move against the royalty of Hallownest in the form of the White Lady, attempting to invade the Queen's gardens, and while they were mostly successful in their annexation, they were halted in their tracks by Dryer, one of the White Defenders, at the doorway to the White Lady's secluded retreat. While Dryer did eventually fall to the onslaught, the Mantis traitors appear to have broken off their attack, either fearful of losing more of their number, or content that they had effectively imprisoned the Queen of Hallownest. It can be noted that the Mantis traitors, along with the Traitor Lord himself, all possess a larger, more imposing body shape to that of the more slender occupants of the Mantis village. While this could simply be the result of bodily augmentation from the corrupted nature of the infection, no other bug in Hallownest seems to have this form of mutation, instead possessing infection-filled pustules when they have sufficiently succumbed to the affliction. In this situation, it has been considered that the Mantis traitor is known to be male, as opposed to the other Mantis Lords, who are referred to as his sisters. This suggests that it was only the males of the Mantis tribe who embraced the infection and were cast out, leaving only females remaining in the village. This naturally leads to the consideration that unless the mantises are able to reproduce asexually, their population may be unsustainable, and unless the two factions are able to reconcile at some point, the Mantis species may be dying. This could suggest the reason why, while still impressive in its scope, the Mantis village is somewhat more run down than might be expected. While it would have initially seemed as if the Mantis traitors were far too zealous to wish to rejoin the village, with the defeat of the Traitor Lord and the purging of the infection from Hallownest, the future of the Mantis tribe may yet be a hopeful one. Even though most groups within Hallownest are fascinating in their own right, the Mantis Tribe have a particularly interesting history and culture, and are one of the more lethal groups in the world, with a deep sense of honour, the only thing preventing them from taking Hallownest for themselves. For this reason, the Mantis Tribe have been assigned an individual power rating of formidable, and a collective rating of overwhelming. Judging by how mantises work in the real world, with the whole reproduction thing, I'm not too sure the traitors would want to go back. I mean, sure their population is saved, but then all they get is their heads eaten, so I suppose it really depends on where your priorities lie. Please subscribe for more course content, and become a patron to support the lecture series, as well as suggest your own topics. Now, try not to anger any bugs with a bad attitude, and literal blades for arms, and have a great day.